This is K-Pop Sunday, brought to you by your K-Pop Sunbaes before you have to go back to work on Monday. We are your hosts, Olar,
Min,
Serin,
and JR.
Hello, and welcome back to our podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the boy group Take. They've had a long history of being at the weirdest places at the weirdest times. And we were entertained by their activities, as well as their music, so we know our audience will be too. So to start us off, who is Take?
Take was a 1.5 generation boy group that debuted in 2003 and released their most recent single in 2019. Although they haven't released new music for the past 5 years, both the group and the members are still listed under their label's websites. So, for this episode, we're going to assume they're still active. Take debuted under Blue Entertainment and moved to CI Entertainment after their reunion. Take's fandom was called Take Zone, and their fan color was red, with their balloons set apart from other fandoms by being heart-shaped. The group name comes directly from the English word, take, coined in hopes to steal the hearts of their audience with music, passion, and talent. They've released a few albums and a slew of mini-albums and singles, with their best-known song being Butterfly Grave from their first mini-album. Although their success and popularity were moderate to the big names of their times, the group and their songs are still remembered and loved by many.
The members will be introduced by the order of their birth date. The leader of Take was Kim Dowan. He was 20 years old when the group debuted. Dowan was born and raised in Cheongju, North Chungcheong Province or Chungcheongbuk-do, and he attended Cheongju Foreign Language High School where he majored in Russian. While there, Dowan was part of a dance team when one of his friends suggested that they audition for Take together. In a twist of fate, Dowan got accepted while the friend didn't make it. Dowan was an all-rounder who could dabble in a bit of everything: dancing, singing, rapping, and even entertainment. He was one of the funniest and most outgoing members of the team, and he was even compared to Lee Min-woo of Shinhwa by some people for sharing similar visuals and dance skills. Next comes Minhyuk. Minhyuk was born on September 29th, 1982. Now, we found some sources claiming that his real name was Yuchar, but none confirming whether that name change was legal, never finalized, or even whether it's his actual real name. Therefore, we will stick to Minhyuk. Anyway, Minhyuk grew up in Daegu until he moved to Seoul in his first year of high school to chase his initial dreams of becoming an actor. This led to him landing in the role of the cyber chat guy in Turbo's Cyber Lover music video, released in 2000. Minhyuk was selected through a real casting audition and was even seen in a KBS news clip along with Sungjae. We will be linking the video in the script for you to check out. Minhyuk was a rapper, although he would also add some harmonies anytime the group did an impromptu a cappella. Seunghee was born on February 26, 1983 as the youngest of twin boys. Because of the Korean curriculum, which had its age cutoff between February and March back then, Seunghee enrolled a year ahead of the usual tiers. Thus, he is considered to be the same age group and school year as the 82-liners rather than being the sole 83-liner of the group. He attended Ogum High School, which happens to be the alma mater of several high-profile Korean celebrities, such as Kang Ta of H.O.T., Jeonjin of Shinhwa, and actress Lee Na-young. He later recalled on a TV show that he once ran into Jeonjin, who was 2 school years ahead of him, when they were heading home after school. When Seunghee sought advice from him about how to dance better, Jeonjin replied, "Dance is all about the body line." Seunghee saw an advertisement about the group's audition and decided to try it out. Seunghee was the main vocalist of Take, still is by the way, known for his distinct husky voice, but he was also a skilled dancer, as were all of the other members. The fourth member we will be introducing is Sungjae. Sungjae was born on September 9th, 1984, the oldest of 2 boys. He was one of the founding members of a dance club named DM School when he was in high school. DM School was created by a former teacher to teach dance to students of disadvantaged backgrounds. Sungjae was also selected through a real casting process, having been picked up by a manager as he was on his way to meet a friend. Sungjae's position was closer to the lead vocalist, having a smooth, gentle voice that provided great support and contrast to Seunghee's husky voice and high notes. Last but not least, the youngest member, Seunghyun, also known as Nathan Scott Lee, was born on October 30th, 1984. He was a Korean American born in Texas and raised in Los Angeles, California. His English name, Nathan, briefly stuck as a stage name during the group's debut. His younger sister, Joanne, was also a singer, having already debuted in Korea as a soloist in 2001. Because of this, Seunghun would often lovingly mention Joanne as his sister and musical influence on several interviews. Seunghun attended high school in LA and was briefly in Korea for the holidays to see Joanne and their aunt, when the next-door neighbor, a producer, noticed him and offered him to audition for the group. Seunghun was the charismatic rapper who would pepper his verses with fluent English and show off his aura with his good looks and piercing eyes. He was also noted for his limited Korean proficiency, which was often used as a comical gimmick when he appeared on variety shows.
The members originally auditioned and trained under Star Music, the infamous label that gave birth to the iconic first-gen male group Turbo. We mentioned earlier that Minhyuk appeared in one of Turbo's music videos. Now you see the link. The members were selected through the process of 2 public auditions and 1 audition camp. The training alone took 3 years in total, which would mean the group's debut was formulated way back around 1998. Most of the members were already skilled dancers, whereas Seunghee, who used to have a thinner voice, developed his own vocal tone during this period. The group was first mentioned by the media when they participated in the Shanghai Asia Music Festival on November 20th, 2001, where they won the gold prize with Ring. Unfortunately, a minor dispute arose when rumors spread about them and another Korean boy group called X Large getting disqualified and their awards revoked due to lip syncing during their performances. Star Music issued a statement that they were notified that the contest was a group festival, not a song festival, and there were no issues regarding their lip syncs as they notified the organizers beforehand. X Large's label also stated that they never received any official complaints from the organizers when the festival ended a week ago, and not only did they also notify the host beforehand, the organizers didn't provide wireless microphones for their performances, hinting that they were already aware of the situation. There are no records of any updates after that, so we can only assume that the organizers decided to not pursue the matter further. Possibly due to the buzz surrounding the news or the rumors that Star Music was putting together a boy group, you can still find a few remaining dom cafes for the Take members that were created in 2001 and 2002. One that Seddon found during the research was Fruits, Seunghyun's World, was opened in December 2001. Take unofficially performed a few times pre-debut, such as at Dowan's University upon his admission, and was already promoting their debut on cable TV. They also appeared on the December issues of Teen Star and Junior. This one marked their first official and mainstream introductions to the Korean public. The articles mentioned their music video of their debut song, Ring being directed by the Grammy-winning film and music video director Joseph Kahn, but plans to promote this song were eventually scrapped.
I must add that Ring was also produced by Moon Hee-jun of H.O.T. Yep, so this was what caught Oldar's attention when I first introduced this group to her.
Yeah, because for a couple years prior to this, the members had been giving away music to other groups. So it's not new, but still very nice to see it pop up.
Yeah, because Hee-jun didn't really give his songs to other artists a lot. The only examples I found when I looked it up was for Milk, Crystal, and then Take, Ring. Most of the songs he wrote were probably just for his own, I guess, for his own music.
Take's official homepage was www.takezone.com, was officially opened on December 26, 2002. Each member left a message to celebrate the opening of their own website. Meanwhile, the debut album's release date kept getting pushed back a few times to perfect the quality. The members didn't mention the exact reason behind the delay. Then, in 2016, a card news type content about the group's history surfaced under CI Entertainment's Facebook page. They are currently unavailable since the Facebook page got deactivated. However, it fleetingly mentioned that a, quote, PD corruption case, unquote, put a strain into the process of their debut. No other details were specified in the card news, so we can't be sure in exactly what ways it affected their debut or promotions. However, what is known is that Park Hyun, an album producer who managed the group while they were under Star Music, set up his own label, Blue Entertainment, and took Take under his wings. This label change was one of the key factors behind the delay. In December 2002, it was announced that Minhyuk would appear in a commercial for the Pantech Sky IM6100, also known as the Music Phone. His ad was filmed in Australia and revealed in February 2003. Although the other ad, the Shall We Listen Together, Kachi Durka ad featuring Park Chun-sok of Taesaja and Hana, supersedes public recognition by a great leap, Minhyuk's appearance garnered enough curiosity surrounding who this young, handsome man was and, ultimately, his group. Minhyuk revealed he discussed the offer to feature in this ad with his members before deciding to accept it, and he planned to discuss all of his solo promotions with the others, although promoting as Take remained his priority.
Take finally debuted officially on February 11th, 2003, when they recorded their debut performance on Mnet Showking M. The episode aired 3 days later, on the 14th. The new title track was Baby Baby, an upbeat dance track that is briefly reminiscent of NSYNC's Pop in the intro and showcases all the elements of the quintessential 2000s boy group music with the dance pop influences, sound effects, and the essential dance break. The lyrics are in the perspective of a man who is pleading for his crush to accept his love since he can make her happier than her ex-boyfriend did. The music video of Baby Baby was filmed by the legendary Hong Jong-ho, who happened to film the newly edited scenes of their Ring music video. The music video utilizes a split screen uniquely divided in a 2-to-1 ratio, where the plot of the music video plays on one side and the members lip sync on the other. Side note, Hong Jong-ho revealed that he didn't get paid for creating this music video. Their label really sucked. Anyway, the plot depicts the members having a crush on the same girl, played by actress Hany. Dowan takes her on a drive and gives her a ring. Minhyuk Skypes at school with her. Seunghee accepts her cup of coffee and accidentally spills it, to which Hany hands him her handkerchief. Sungjae helps her out with her assignment, and Nathan hangs out with her in the art room and gives her a surprise kiss. The screen expands to a widescreen only for the dance break in the middle. The plot ends with Hany getting out of Dowan's car and running off, leaving Dowan in dismay, while the other members stand outside alone in disappointment. Although Baby Baby started their debut with a bang, the group's album still had no news on when it would come out. Even their label announced multiple release dates until it was finally released on April 16th, 2003, 2 whole months after Take's debut. The group's Inkiga debut performance was also pushed back from March 2nd to April 20th. The reason behind the delay was the arrangement between the album distributors taking longer than expected. During the middle of the group's promotion, Minhyuk got a small breakthrough moment when he starred in an Olympus digital camera ad alongside actress Chun Ji-hyun. This commercial became one of the most iconic advertisements for this camera brand. Minhyuk also appeared on several episodes of MBC's 강호동의 천생연분 / Match Made in Heaven, where he later established a brief shipping line with late actress turned singer Yoonhee. The group wrapped up the Baby Baby promotion in July and switched to their follow-up song, Party, which was promoted between August and November 2003. Produced by Seo Jung-hwan of Untitled, Party was a similarly up-tempo song with dance pop influences, although the live performances used a remixed instrumental with a guitar intro and a minimalist hip-hop beat. The lyrics are literally about heading to a party, hanging out with friends and pretty girls, and dancing on the stage like you're the center of attention. As always, Seunghee delivers the highlight with his husky high notes. The track ends with the members' a cappella harmonies, which adds quite a nice surprise. Party was also supposed to have a music video filmed, but considering the fact that there are no search results for Take Party music video, it can be presumed that the music video was cancelled or just never filmed in the first place.
After Take wrapped up their debut album promotion, the group underwent a rather drastic makeover. First, 2 members started delving into individual activities. In 2004, Minhyuk finally fulfilled his initial goal of acting as he was selected to play the role of Kim Seung-pyo in He Was Cool, the film version of Kiyeon's internet novel of the same name. He eventually left the group on amicable terms and pursued his acting career, going on to star in the movie Despo Naughty Girl, the KBS drama A Love to Kill, the sitcom To Be Cute or To Be Crazy, and a few more commercials before enlisting in 2007. Meanwhile, Nathan started exclusively using his Korean name, Seunghyun, upon joining the cast of Hot-Blooded Men, a segment of KBS's Sunday is 101%, where he and 5 other male rookie celebrities helped out old people residing in the rural neighborhood, tried various notoriously risky missions, or tried odd jobs for the day. In one particular episode, the team visited the Air Force Academy and took on G-Force as part of the day's training, where 3 of the cast, including Seunghyun, passed out. He also appeared on the KBS sitcom The No Family's Romance. However, Sundae's 101% was cancelled entirely when an accident that occurred on the set of another segment cost the life of a renowned voice actor. The No Family's Romance was also cancelled after only 12 episodes due to low ratings. With the departure of one member and the members deciding they needed to upgrade themselves, Take decided to abandon their dance idol concept and underwent extensive training under Naul of Brown Eyes, who was their vocal trainer since their pre-debut period. Take finally made their comeback in 2005 with Butterfly Grave, a beautifully penned ballad with soft a cappella vocals, a string orchestra, and sentimental lyrics about missing a deceased loved one. Butterfly Grave marks their transition from dance pop to a cappella ballad. Take's musical transition was so surprising that the general public even accused them of lip-syncing over Naul's background vocals. However, the members easily defeated the suspicions by executing their live performances flawlessly. The music video for Butterfly Grave shows a woman playing with a fish in a pool of water and watering the ground, as a single blossom turns into a bed of flowers. The scene changes a few times to show the individual members solemnly singing behind a layer of glass. The woman then cuts open a blossom and stuffs it into her mouth, where the scene abruptly focuses on a man, presumably her lover, treading away and hanging a necklace on a large white cross. Here it can be presumed that the woman is dead and living in a universe of the afterlife. The woman stops smiling and runs toward the cross, only for the image of the man to fade away and leave the necklace dangling on the cross. The man then writes, quote, "I will become a flower and wait for you," unquote, on his palm. Consequently, the message appears on the woman's palm. Later, the man is seen lying down on a slanted surface, presumably dead, as pink flower petals shower on top of him. The woman is seen smiling again as the camera zooms out to show her lying on top of crinkled cloth laid out in the shape of butterfly wings. A butterfly flies towards the spot where the man was buried under the petals. The man has now vanished, and a flowering bush has taken its place. The video ends with the butterfly landing on top of the bush and the members sitting on top of the same slanted roof staring into the void. Butterfly Grave earned them their highest chart performances ever, debuting at number 15 on Music Camp. However, on July 30th, 2005, a street punk band named Rux invited several of their fellow musicians for their performance, when one member of the band Couch and another member of Spiky Brats disrobed on and leapt around the stage, resulting in about 4 to 5 seconds of nudity being broadcast across the nation. Both men were charged with public indecency, among other charges, and this incident led to Music Camp being cancelled immediately and revamped into Music Core a few months later. This led to a case of splash damage, where the cancellation impacted several musicians who were scheduled to appear on the next episode of Music Camp. Take was unable to appear on NBC music shows right when their song was gaining attention, limiting their appearances to SBS, KBS, and cable shows. Another group, a rock band called Nemesis, was literally robbed of their scheduled Music Camp appearance and struggled to appear on TV until they auditioned for Top Band nearly 7 years later. Needless to say, this streaking incident was a gloomy period for music fans. In the same year, Take was scheduled to perform at the OTL Tukin From Despair to Hope concert with TVXQ, Super Junior, Paran, and VOS on December 11th, 2005. But the concert was cancelled because it became uncertain whether Super Junior could participate as planned. The most tragic part about this cancellation is that Seunghee's father passed away of myocardial infarction on December 6th, but Seunghee was focused on preparing for the concert, even going so far as telling his bandmates to go practice when they dropped by to express their condolences. The members later expressed that the cancellation felt like a huge blow to them as they had foregoed a lot of time and effort to prepare for the concert.
Despite the setbacks, Butterfly Grave became an iconic song for the music listeners of that generation, and a signature song for the group. It even became the catalyst of their attempted crossover to the Chinese market after an a cappella performance sparked more interest in the group. Take started expanding their promotion in China and appeared on several local shows to perform, sing, and dance. In 2006, they eventually won the Best Foreign Rookie Group Award at the 4th Southeast Music Chart Awards. Take toured in China up until 2008 and even recorded Butterfly Grave in Mandarin at one point, singing it for a few local performances. During the same period, the members also ventured into a couple more individual projects. In April 2006, Seunghyun did a photo shoot as the character of Romeo for Chinese singer Liu Jialiang, who recorded a cover of Shin Seung-hyun's Romeo and Juliet for his second album. Seunghyun was also cast as Yin Tang-gyo, a protagonist of the Chinese drama An Angel Will Love You For Me, alongside actress Fan Bingbing and Kim Jong-hoon of UN. Meanwhile, Seunghee did his first collaboration with another singer in 2005 when he provided vocals on Side B's A-OK. He continued with his features in 2006 with Side B's International Girl and G-Masta's Nega Minhyuk. Sungjae also dabbled in music production as he produced Yorin Yoja, Delicate Woman, for the girl group LPG. After wrapping up the Chinese promotion with positive reviews, Take released their single Take It All in November. The title song, One Word, was a ballad song accompanied by an orchestra in a similar fashion to Butterfly Grave, but with a gloomier melody. The music video features member Seunghyun involved in a love triangle between Shu of SES and Chinese actress Seunghee. It is also the first music video Shu appeared in as an actor. The members promoted the song for about a month. A B-side from this album, Hope, was recorded in Mandarin for the Chinese promo, and another studio version featuring Kan Myeon of Baby Vox and Chinese singer Vision Wei was recorded in 2008 in response to the Sichuan earthquake.
While Take was splitting time between their Korean and Chinese promotions, they were recording new material for their second album, which was tentatively titled Storm. They actually performed some of these songs as they were touring in China. One song, The Reason You Need to Love Me, was a soft pop ballad similar to some of the B-sides of their first album, while Storm showed the group reverting back to their original roots of dance pop. Unfortunately, Take's label was experiencing financial strain throughout the tour and promotion in China. This resulted in the label's bankruptcy. Dowan, who got enlisted upon returning to Korea, apparently wasn't made aware of the situation and was befuddled after he got discharged and visited the label's original location, only to discover that it had closed down. Still, it didn't mean that those years of the hiatus went fruitless. In 2007, Seunghee and Sungjae contributed to a song on the OST for the drama The Person I Love. In 2008, Seunghee wrote the lyrics to Frost for Tae's fifth album, and was featured on Poppin' Hyunjin's Don't Stop song version, while Sungjae wrote and produced Melting for the female duo Olive.
So, what were the members up to during their hiatus? First, as of May 2010, Dowan and Sungjae were already in the military. In 2011, Seunghee and Sungjae got to release a joint album with Nameless and were credited as Take. And then it was Seunghee's turn to enlist around the same time Sungjae completed his military service. With no bandmate to reach out and having little luck with reigniting his career, Sungjae made a huge decision of applying for an audition show. In 2012, Sungjae auditioned for NBC's Star Audition 위대한 탄생 2, or Star Audition The Great Birth Season 2, the same season that gave birth to future singer Eric Nam. Sungjae initially introduced himself as a student out of fear that his past as an idol could work against his career in case he didn't perform well. He also revealed that he contacted several companies after Take's hiatus, but was turned down each time due to his age. Not wanting to give up on his dreams, he made ends meet by singing at weddings or giving vocal lessons. He admitted that he fell into despair and lost confidence at first, but he was happy that he persisted and got into the top 12 finalists. At the first preliminary round, his first song choice was criticized for his shaky vocals, but Yoon-sang saw potential from the high notes in his second song. He gained better feedback upon each round and almost got eliminated, but he got revived by Lee Sun-hee and advanced to the live stages as part of Park Jung-hyun's team. Sungjae ultimately finished in the top 6. He then reappeared on the bonus episode after the audition ended, where Eunhyuk of Super Junior showed excitement upon seeing Sungjae. He revealed that he was a fan of Take and practiced singing Butterfly Grave when he was a trainee, and even sang a portion of the song. The same audition show also has Sungjae dancing to Baby Baby as a part of the boot camp, and him reuniting with Minhyuk and Dowan, the first time Minhyuk was ever seen interacting with his former bandmates in nearly 7 years. In the same year, 2012, Sungjae was featured on My Way by Myeongkombi Twins, aka MCBT or MBG, and held his first solo fan meet coinciding with his 28th birthday. Videos taken from the event are available on this channel linked in the script. Finally, on April 17, 2013, Sungjae released his first solo single, Love You Know How I Feel, or 사랑아 내 맘을 알잖아. In the meantime, Seunghyun established his acting career in mainland China under his Sino-Korean name, Lee Chung-shen. He appeared on Another Me on This World with actress Chi Wei, aka Steffi Chi, who became his girlfriend and later wife. The two got married in Las Vegas in August 2014, surrounded by their family and close friends. The next part of the script will have a trigger warning due to mentions of car crash and death. Tragically, Seunghyun's sister, Joanne, who had moved to Cerritos, California after her failed audition attempt on Superstar Key 4 and got a job as an accountant for a logistics company, was involved in a serious car accident on November 15, 2014, local time. She slipped into a coma upon being transferred to a hospital and sadly passed away a week later on December 2nd. She was 26 years old. Case details are also in the description. Seunghyun reached out to Isak, formerly of Isak and Jiyeon, who was a mutual friend, to help with the memorial service that took place in Seoul because he wasn't familiar with who she was close to. A month later, on January 16, 2015, Chiwei gave birth to the couple's daughter, Trinity Lucky Lee, mostly known as Lucky. It is assumed that Seunghyun chose his daughter's name because Trinity is alleged to be Joanne's English middle name. Seunghyun kept juggling between acting, childcare, and variety appearances regarding his family and fatherhood. As for Dowan, he finished his military service and re-debuted as a member of multinational six-member boy group Notice, formerly known as Plan B, in 2013. Two other members of the group were also ex-idols, while the Chinese member Zedong joined the group shortly before their debut. However, by the time Take was on Sugarman, the group was down to only 4 members and were striving to gain traction in China. Notice also quietly disbanded later on. Even so, Dowan still keeps in touch with some of the Notice members to this day.
Even in the middle of their hiatus and individual projects, the members of Take constantly kept in touch and discussed their reunion. Because Dowan joined Notice in 2013, Seunghun was active in China, only Seunghee and Sungjae remained to keep the group going. Take finally made their comeback on April 3rd, 2015, as they released their single, One Spring Day, the group's first release in nearly 8 years. This officially marked a new start for Take as the group reunited as a duo and moved to a new label, CI Entertainment. Take also released their long-awaited second album, Take, a month later on May 12th, 2015. The title track, Tonight, is a mid-tempo pop ballad with a bright melody that provides a contrast to the sentimental lyrics, where the protagonist has gotten over his breakup but still yearns to see his ex again. This album also has a 2015 version of Butterfly Grave, which was recorded as a duet and arranged as little as possible so as to not spoil the nostalgia and sentiment of the original song. Take serves as the first part of their Sophomore Trilogy album project and has Part 1 written on the cover. On July 4th, 2015, Take held their fan meet, Take On, at the Yes24 Move Hall located in Hongdae. The event turned out to be a huge success, with many Take zones lining up to submit their old fan merch and items related to the group, as part of the fan event that was announced prior to the fan meet. The events included the duo sharing their life graphs, detailing the ups and downs of their lives, singing a few unreleased songs, taking photos with fans who brought their old merch, giving a phone call to the audience chosen via lottery, covering Overdose by EXO, and Second Confession by B2B, and holding a special fan sign event. 3 days later, on July 7th, Take released one more digital single, Rainy Day. Rainy Day is a mid-tempo ballad with repetitive but simple lyrics about letting go of one's past romance, like the falling rain. Seunghee wrote and composed this song, showcasing his songwriting and producing skills, yet again. In February 2016, Take recorded an OST single for the drama Morim School Saga of the Brave. Addiction is a mid-tempo ballad that starts with a poppy, infectious melody accompanied by the members' harmonies and rhythmic vocals. The lyrics reflect the main character's attraction to each other.
April 19th, 2016 was an unforgettable moment for the group, as 4 of the members, minus Minhyuk, got to reunite on Sugarman and perform in Korea for the first time in almost 9 years. Their summon song was undoubtedly Butterfly Grave. The members surprised the audience as they revealed that they only had 1 day to practice together due to Seunghyun's busy schedule. Despite being pressed for time, the members' performance was as seamless as they were 11 years prior. During the interview, the members mentioned that they had originally started off as a dance group and performed their debut song, Baby Baby. They also sang an a cappella snippet of Brian McKnight's Back at One as part of explaining their musical transition. A bonus clip also showed them performing an a cappella snippet of NSYNC's Pop. Seunghyun's marriage to Tiwei was mentioned, with Dowan explaining, and perhaps slightly exaggerating, Seunghyun's popularity and Tiwei's fame. Seunghyun, in turn, roasted him for having a few screws loose. Dowan also promoted his new group, Notice, with a rather entertaining twist. Seunghyun's late sister Joanne was also mentioned on this episode. Yoo Hee-yeol explained that there were a lot of viewers who requested the cast to summon Joanne, possibly because they weren't aware that she had passed away. Yoo Hee-yeol also opined that the episode was meaningful since Seunghyun could return to the public on behalf of his little sister. Lee Seok-hoon of SG Wannabe performed the cover on the episode. However, he lost against Jung-yup, who covered Esther's What Did I Do Wrong? CI Entertainment uploaded a short interview clip featuring all 4 members after the episode aired.
The day after the Sugar Man reunion, Take was interviewed by OSIN and also had the opportunity to promote their new single, Why, which was released the following day on April 21st. Why marked the start of their 2016 Take single project, where the duo planned to release a new song revolving around the theme of love once every 2 months for the rest of the year. Heaven was released on June 24th, Easy Parting on August 30th, and finally Lost on November 16th. The 4 singles are a tetralogy of how love starts and ends. While Take's media appearances as a duo were largely limited to radio shows, busking, live shows, and online content such as V-Lives, they did have the opportunity to appear on KBS's Immortal Songs 2, not once, but twice. First, they appeared on Poems Turned Into Songs episode on November 16, 2016, where they covered Nostalgia, written by poet Jung Ji-young, and sung by Park In-soo and Lee Dong-won. However, they lost against KCM, who covered Azalea by Maya. They appeared again on the Jeon Yongdok episode on December 17, 2016, and sang Relationship by Yang Soo-kyung. They won against Astro with 372 votes, but lost against Kim Bada's 404 votes. Take made their comeback on July 6, 2017 with the album Part 2 Take. The album is the second part of the sophomore album trilogy that began with Take, which was released 2 years prior. The title song Good Enough is a love song depicting the tantalizing tension between a couple at the first step of their romance. The melody of the guitar and acoustic session blends well into the protagonist's declaration that he needs nothing else other than the woman he loves. Part 2 Take is only 5 tracks long, 2 tracks short of its predecessor Take. This is because it was supposed to include a 2017 version of Baby Baby. Sadly, 2 days after the album sampler was released, it was reported that Baby Baby 2017 had been removed from the album because the label could not come to an agreement with the current rights holder of the song. Drop the name. Drop the name. We need to know. We're nosy. Not that we want to fight.
I know, I'm so angry about this because Take actually got the permission of the songwriter, Dee Brown. Dee Brown was like this American guy from Georgia who produced a lot of songs for other artists, including Rich, by the way. So they got permission from Dee Brown first, and then they remastered the song. Seunghee made the song instrumental himself. And because this rights holder said no, we're still not able to listen to it other than the 15 seconds that were included in the album sampler.
So TLDR, the copyright owner, didn't want extra income. Got it.
So ridiculous.
And because the album was in the midst of production when this occurred, Baby Baby 2017 was left on the track list of the physical CD booklet, but removed from the actual CD and streaming services, which is so rude. On October 27, 2017, the duo appeared as a contestant on the TVN variety show Strange Singer, Susanghan Kasu, under the nickname Cheesecake. I love that. They sang a cover of Lee Seung-hee's Meet Him Along Them, with comedians Hwang Sungjae and Lee Young-jin lip-syncing to their voices. During the interview, Seunghee revealed that he gave vocal training lessons to Hyo Young-ji of Kara, who was among the celebrity judges. Young-ji recognized who he was upon hearing this and had a tearful reunion with her former tutor upon the group's identity reveal. The duo also mentioned the story behind their hiatus and ended their performance by singing Butterfly Grave. The last part of their sophomore album trilogy, the second, was finally released on February 27, 2018. The second consists almost entirely of remastered versions of their previous songs, with the exception of 2 new songs, Second Story, Nabi Mudom, Dubonje, Iyagi, and Goodbye. The title track Second Story is essentially a part 2 of their signature song Butterfly Grave. Originally produced by Seunghee way back in 2006, it underwent multiple retouches before finally becoming a full song. Second Story continues with the theme of leaving all the messages the protagonist wasn't able to tell one's deceased lover but with the members' vocal expressions having deepened and matured with the development of time. The other new track, Goodbye, was another outro that was included in Take, aka the part 1 of the trilogy, also developed into a full song. The protagonist of the song breaks up with his girlfriend, wishes her happiness, and hopes to cherish the good memories so that they have no hard feelings if they happen to meet again. The group's most recent release so far is the single How Are You Doing? Chaosani, released in 2019. How Are You Doing is a ballad with straightforward yet relatable lyrics revolving around breakups, yearnings, and regrets.
So we know what the group has been doing, but what have the members been up to? Starting off with Dowan, after Notice disbanded, Dowan opened up a YouTube account and posted vlogs, music video reactions, snowboarding clips, and videos of his pet cats. In April 2022, he released a semi-trot single, Wanshashia, under the moniker Wase. He also auditioned for Mr. Trot 2, but got eliminated in the first round, and his performance wasn't televised. He still posts frequently on his Instagram, and his biggest interest is winter snowboarding. As for Minhyuk, there are no updates after his brief appearance on The Great Birth 2, so we can only assume that he is no longer in the industry. Seunghee is working as a vocal trainer aside from his career as a singer. Idols and K-pop singers he has taught include Kang Daniel, Yoon Ji-sung, Haebin of Momoland, and Dogan of Jang Dok-chol. On January 6, 2019, he appeared on King of Masked Singer under the nickname of Sky Lantern. He won against Herchek of Super Kid and Yoon Ji-sung, but lost to Lee Taek-won. During his standoff with Ji-sung, Seunghee recognized his opponent's voice. Right after the results were announced, Seunghee was seen hugging the latter and whispering something into Ji-sung's ear, which caused the latter to freeze in shock. Seunghee then gave Ji-sung a pat on the back before he walked off of the stage. This was noticed by Ji-sung's fans, and Seunghee confirmed on a radio interview that he realized who his opponent was, and he had said, "You did great, Ji-sung." Seunghee most recently appeared on Sungjae's YouTube in June 2023, where the duo sang their original song, How Are You Doing?, to celebrate Noel releasing a cover of the song. Sungjae released his first CCM single, Christian contemporary music for those who don't know, The Lord Says, in 2020. He is currently running a rental studio and an online men's clothing mall, in addition to working as a vocal trainer. He also started a YouTube channel where he uploads vlogs, vocal training tips, fashion tips, and song covers. Seunghyun is still active in mainland China as an actor and entertainer. In 2021, he joined the celebrity cast of the first season of Call Me by Fire. His rap performance of Fly in the Sky instantly went viral on Chinese social media, with some fans recalling and/or rediscovering his past as a K-pop idol. He later reenacted the stage with his wife, Tiwei, as a special performance for the final competition stage. Ultimately, he finished as the runner-up of the show. Seunghyun went on to appear on the show's spin-off, Braving Life, and revealed in an interview that he used to be ashamed of being a stay-at-home father for a year, but overcame the mental obstacles. In 2022, Seunghyun was confirmed to join the cast of Call Me by Fire Season 2, where he got to show off more of his musical side. He even got to sing in Hakka for his performance of Don't Despise the Poor Youth by Julian Genran on Episode 1. He ultimately finished in 4th place. Seunghyun became a father of 2 when Dowan gave birth to a son circa September 2022, known to the public by his English name, Seven. As interesting and unconventional as the family history gets, the couple agreed to have Seven take Tiwei's last name, in contrast to Lucky taking Seunghyun's last name. He also released a few solo singles under his English name.
As for Take's legacy, although the group's public recognition is still centered around Butterfly Grave, the song itself is still loved and remembered by many listeners, especially those born in the 90s. Butterfly Grave has been covered by many idols from the 3rd to 5th generations such as B2B or 17. It even got officially covered by 4Men in March 2023. Furthermore, another song of the group, How Are You Doing? /Charsani, was officially covered by Noel later in the same year. Having a song released as a duo, an era that isn't as widely recognized as their heydays, getting covered by another veteran in the industry proves that Take does not have to rely on the success of their biggest hit, nor be recognized as some bygone musician. Take is definitely more than a one-hit wonder. They are legends and a name that deserves respect. Another fact to look highly upon their career is the fact that they managed to rebrand their image from a typical dance pop idol group to a proper vocal group who can captivate the listeners with their voices. Switching to a cappella can be a very risky move if the members aren't trained or experienced enough. However, it took less than 2 years for Take to fully establish their new musical direction with Butterfly Grave / Nabibudam. That alone, in my opinion, needs to be studied. I think the current K-pop industry can learn from Take and realize how the industry doesn't need to stick to just dance or mainstream pop to stay popular. Nabibudam is a classic, and it will remain a classic for many more years.
To wrap up, Take is basically the Forrest Gump of K-pop. They were connected to many iconic events and artists, yet aren't usually mentioned when discussing those times. Aside from their later music, Baby Baby and Butterfly Grave are bops, so we highly recommend our listeners give them a chance. But that's it for today. JR, take it away.
Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, then please make sure to rate, subscribe, follow, and tell your friends about us. If you want to interact with us or just see more of our content, then you can follow the links in the description to our website, social media platforms, and coffee. Also, don't forget that our next episode comes out on November 10th, 2024. Thanks everyone. Bye!
Bye!
다음에 봐요.
안녕.